Welcome everyone to Cinema Regulars, the movie review show where we see so many movies in theaters that the employees know us by name and they don't ask us what movies we're seeing, they ask us how many. Now, today, after spending 3 days trapped indoors because of the snowstorm, we thought it would be great to cover our February movies with myself, Isaac, and Merrick, who came to a surprising amount of our February movies this month.
True.
So, on today's podcast for our February roundup, we'll be taking a look at Scream 7, The Strangers Chapter 3, Solo Mio, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, Whistle, Cold Storage, and This Is Not a Test. Alright, so without further ado, everyone please subscribe because it really helps us out, and let's get us rolling right into our first movie of the night, Scream 7. Boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the first one to volunteer this. This was bad.
Yeah, it was really not
This
good.
was extremely disappointing.
Yeah. Merrick, sorry you won't be able to rank on this. You didn't come with us, but we'll be expressing how you would have felt, of course. So I gotta say, I thought the first opening sequence was pretty good. Like the first 10, 15 minutes, I thought that was all right.
The opening sequence and the first kill of the movie showed promise.
Well, first kill after the opening sequence, or the first kill in the first sequence?
First kill in the first sequence. Like, it was a little dumb, but it still had that air of Scream to it. So, like, I couldn't fault it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it still felt very Scream. And also, at a point with that, does McKenna Grace just make money just to show up in a movie for 10 seconds before either dying or becoming something else? Because that seems to be her pattern.
I guess.
Recently. Like, that seems to be what she does recently. But anyway, honestly, it's super easy because there are very easy points to bring up that this movie failed on. Like, character development. There is none.
Yeah,
none whatsoever, actually.
I felt more development and attachment to the two in the first opening sequence,
yes,
who got killed, than I did any of the actual characters in the whole movie.
Yeah, because the main character, I'm not talking Sydney, because like she's oddly kind of almost a side character in this movie because they focus a lot more on the daughter. But like I don't.
Yeah.
But the whole thing that they do is like you're Sydney Prescott's daughter. Like, I'd expect a lot, and then it's like one scene, and then now she's a badass.
Yeah,
like,
I don't get it.
She spent the whole movie being pretty what?
You were spot on when you said character development was a flaw in this movie, because I wouldn't even classify a lot of the people in this film as characters.
Oh no, they're just fodder.
Yeah, like, because you know how they have like the whole friend group, and it's like, it's gotta be one of us. One of us is the
They're
suspect.
all killed in one scene.
It's that scene when they get everyone together and they're all just like, all
True,
right, one
you're
of us
right.
in the room is a killer. It wasn't any of them, and they all just die. Literally,
Plus,
they all die in the same room, in the same scene.
Motive is another huge thing in this movie that is sorely lacking.
Yeah.
Because that's the cool thing about Scream, is that they always have a reason, and and the motive usually makes sense.
Yeah.
Usually.
This was the worst killers in the entire franchise.
Yeah, and I like, it's not helped by the fact that the entire movie's like basis is Stu alive?
Or is he
You can
AI?
You
Or is
can
it a
boil the movie.
deepfake?
Yeah, you can boil the movie down to that. Is like, is Stu alive? Because that's a majority of what they do with this. Is like, they just sent Matthew Lillard, gave him a few scars on his face, told him to film a couple like vlogs
cameos
on his phone.
Like, they just hired him on Cameo. They didn't actually
Yeah,
Get him
like,
for
don't
the
get me
movie.
wrong. He had a blast. He was probably one of the better marks I can give the movie.
Yeah.
Because he really got back into the character of Stu. I do say one thing I did like is I like that they brought back, like when they had the final reveal scene,
Yeah.
they had deep fakes, but they brought back the original, like the earlier killers
Yeah,
as well.
they
They
had
brought back
fucking
one from
they
Scream
had
2.
fucking Aunt Jackie from Scream 2 come back as like an 80-year-old woman.
They had
like,
her
"Remember
brother
me?"
from
I'm like,
Scream
not really.
3.
And yeah, the fucking brother from Scream 3, Merrick, your favorite Scream movie, Scream 3. Her fucking half brother, they deep faked him, and they deep faked him older as well, because that makes sense. And he was
The
just
one
like,
that I hated was Dewey.
He's just like, "Remember me, Sydney?" And I was just like, "No."
It actually took me literally, if it wasn't for the fact that I brought up Scream 3 earlier that day,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have recognized that that's who that
I would
was.
have been like,
if
"Who the
it
fuck
wasn't
are you?"
already on my mind, I would have been like, who the fuck is this guy?
I would have assumed that it was the guy who teamed up with Aunt Jackie in Scream 2. Like the guy
See, that
she
was the
shot.
thing is, I forgot that.
I would
That's the one that it took me literally until the end of that, end of her bit to realize, like, oh, she's talking about her, because she didn't look recognizable to me. So I just thought this was a new character that we saw. And I'm just like, oh, this is someone that we haven't seen before. And like, nah, it's the killer from the second movie. Okay. Yeah. Like, but nah, horrible motives. Also, the survivability rate of some of these characters, like the fact that we saw the dad get like stabbed a million times in his chest, and he's still alive.
And then, well, they said, "Oh, look, he's a trooper."
Yeah, like,
so that means he lives, is because he is quote unquote a trooper. Thank God.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I mean,
a real big mess here. Character development really bad. Everyone was so.
You can't even call it character development.
No, there was no development. There was no just starting off. All of the daughters' like friends and shit were so one note that they were even barely the note. Like you
had the weird kid, you had the happy girl, the boyfriend, and then you had Kenna Grace.
Sure.
And I probably missing someone there, and I don't.
It
care.
Doesn't matter.
Like,
it doesn't matter. Cause the thing is that there was, I had two guesses as who the killer might be. And being Scream, I should have guessed more because it's always more than one. But I had two guesses as to who the killer was, and they were both right. And I guessed them basically on a whim. There was one guy. This one's not really much of a spoiler because it's super fucking obvious when they do it. But there's one guy. He's like an orderly in the psych ward or whatever when they go visit him. And then there was just like, they show him a picture of Stu, and they're just like, "Oh, that's John. He was just in here. We let him go yesterday." And I'm like, okay, so either Stu is back, or you're the killer, or you're in on it. Because like either Stu really is the killer, or you're fucking lying.
That guy felt so much like when I Know What You Did Last Summer, when the girl like blatantly gives you who the killer is.
Yeah, like what is the whole thing about slasher whodunit movies nowadays? They're just blatantly giving you the most like softball fucking hints possible.
Yeah. There's not anything really the only reason I didn't see who the killer was, like the main one by the end of the movie, it was because I had no one on my radar, because everyone in this movie was so freaking like just one note.
I had no one on my radar. Well, I had them on my radar because it was just my predictions, but I had nobody else on my radar because they were all dying too fast.
Well, that's the thing, is like I'm sitting here like I feel like this doesn't make sense. I feel like this
doesn't.
Like even before she gave her motive. I was sitting there like, who? What? Like, I had to remind myself who the fuck that person was. I was like, what? Okay, I guess
her
maybe
motive made no sense whatsoever.
it made zero sense. And then I do have to say, one other good thing this movie did was while the motives and the people and the characters were all bad, Matthew Lillard, good point. Ghostface was another good part of this.
Yeah.
They did do Ghostface really well.
The Ghostface was
and
done pretty well, and then all the gore and like violence and blood and stuff was actually done pretty well. Or well,
it was
effectively, right?
Effectively. Like
it was a lot of CGI over practical effects, but it was done in a fun Scream-like manner, which I think is the real point here. Do you have anything else before we...
No, I got nothing else.
Toss this one away? Okay, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. It had my attention, but it didn't have my entertainment. There's just so much wrong with it. Like, all the characters they throw at you, and you don't have enough time to get to know any of them or to care at all. The only one of the kids I felt like kind of bad for was the boyfriend. Little. Because I liked that opening scene where he's like sneaking in through her window, like in Scream 1, and then I liked that. I liked the opening to this, and I was like, oh, I like where this is going. This is fun. And then they just kind of just dropped the ball and just let it roll wherever it lay.
Yeah, I'm also giving this movie a 3 out of 10. It it caught my attention very early on. It looked like it had promise. I mean, the trailers didn't seem like it had promise, but
all the trailers were for the opening scene.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like the opening scene was good, and the movie started okay, but the moment they started messing with stuff, it just got the biggest thing I think would have changed this movie entirely is if they would have just shut the fuck up about deepfakes and AI and just left like actual physical clues that Stu might be. The moment that they just like got a call from Stu and he's like, "Surprise! I'm here to kill your daughter," and I'm like, okay, you just tipped your hat way too soon, way too early.
It was literally the fucking like. With that Caleb City vibe where he's just like, find you, I'm in your house, and then he hung up. Like he would just say shit. It's like, I'm at your daughter's school, like I'm here, and he wasn't, because he was AI. Spoiler alert. That was the whole draw of the movie, is that Stu might be back, and everyone was excited to see Stu, and he's not back. It's just some lame one. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. It's me and Merrick's turn now. Sorry, Isaac. You can take a back seat, drink your water.
I want to go get some orange juice.
Are you just going to leave the podcast? Okay. Merrick, Strangers Chapter 3.
Strangers Chapter 3.
Now, this is funny because you, me, Isaac, and Alex went to go see Strangers Chapter 1, which you remember. And then we made you watch the original Strangers movies, which you also really liked.
I did.
Because they're just good movies, the originals.
They are. Yeah.
And then me and Isaac went to go see Strangers Chapter 2 on our own, which you missed out on Chapter 2. I didn't
watch Chapter 2.
I gave you a 10-minute rundown on our walk over to the theater, and you were like, okay, I got it. And you didn't need, like, anything. You didn't need, like, any of the info that they gave you, because it was just whatever. And they didn't really address anything from Chapter 2 that much. Because basically what you missed is that they killed Pinup Girl, and then the movie starts off with her dead, so you already kind of, oh, okay, she's dead.
Yeah.
But there was just so much wrong with this movie. Like, they tried way too much to, like, explain everything. And they tried too hard to make her, like, this badass, and she just wasn't. Merrick, what was your favorite thing of the movie? Your problem? Isaac, if you can't hear us, just leave and join back.
No, I'm worried because I just realized my mic wasn't properly 100% plugged in,
You're fine.
so I'm worried about
You're
audio.
fine. I tested it already before we started.
Okay.
So, Merrick, your favorite scene in the hotel room.
Oh yeah.
Tell everybody what your favorite part of this movie.
Yeah, where the strangers just kick the door down, and they're definitely the strangers because I don't know who those people are.
This ain't the strangers. They don't do shit like that. Cause yeah,
They
they
don't do that till they've like terrorized you for a
They
few hours.
sneak in is what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just knocked on the door and then kicked it down.
Because I don't know, they killed Pinup Girl, Isaac, to catch you up to speed to what happened. She killed Pinup Girl, remember, at the end of 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
Basically, they kidnapped her, and Bagman kind of like, he puts the mask on her, and he's like, "You're gonna be the new Pinup Girl now," and then they take her out on a kill, and then they go back to this hotel room. And they do the knock, knock, knock. Is Tamara here? And they're like, what? No, go away. And then they knock again. And they're just like, boom. We just told you no. No one here by that name. And then the fucking scarecrow guy just, like, Sparta kicks the door in and then just, like, beans the guy over the head with his fucking axe. And I'm like, this is not your MO. What are you doing? Because it would have been kind of cool to see, like, a stranger's hunt from the stranger's perspective. Because, you know, how I would go on about, like, how they have, like, their attack plan. You know, there's, the baby doll goes, like, directly up to the door and, like, interacts with them directly. Pinup Girl kind of, like, hangs way back in case someone tries to run. And then the scarecrow guy kind of, like stays, like, mid-distance and then pushes in when they're secluded. Like, they have a plan. You watch the original, the first Strangers ever from like 2008. They clearly have a plan because they're always like watching and keeping an eye on where everyone is and knows where they are at every point. So it would have been cool to see, like, them actually, like, carrying out the plan. Like, you that way, you round the house, I'll push in. You know, kind of like see them doing their plan. That would have been cool. But no, that's not what this is. No, they go in, they do a mess of a kill, and then she does. It's just so bad.
Let's put it this way. You could very easily take the stranger's name off this movie,
and it would just be any other slasher.
It would just be any other slasher. That's the problem. Is that this isn't the stranger. This isn't the strangers. And I'm going this off of the thing because I watched the video with you guys where they kind of just laid out the movie, and I felt like I watched the whole movie, but didn't waste as much time as you guys did.
No.
Because like.
Yeah, because they cut out the police officer taking 1,000,000 years to respond to every question.
Yes. Yes.
But no, it just got. Like, it sounded awful. Like, you could have... It sounded like someone wanted to make a, like, final girl... Like, this, like, girl survives story.
That's every slasher has a final
True,
story.
but, like, but what I mean is they wanted to make a movie focusing on this female protagonist living through all this. And they wanted to make sure people would show up and watch it, so they just slapped the stranger's name on it. And kind of incorporated that, and then that's what it ended up being. Like, that's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. I think they wanted... They had the Stranger's IP, and they wanted to milk it as much as possible, so they wrote one movie, and then chopped it up into 3.
Yeah, this was supposed to be one movie.
Yeah,
so the first one...
Yeah, like, it felt like it was supposed to be one movie. The guy who made it said, no, it's supposed to be 3. I'm like, okay, but... Each individual movie has to have a beginning, middle, and end. The first movie is just beginning. The second movie's all middle. And then the last movie's all end. And, like, it's so confusing. Because, and the way that it ends, like, her final, like, confrontation with him is A, so cringe. B, it doesn't make any sense. And C, what the fuck were they even implying at the end when she kills him and leaves with the scarecrow mask? because like if she's just taking that as like a souvenir of her survival, like "ha, I beat you" kind of thing, fine, sure, whatever, it's cringe. But like there's people online arguing that she's gonna become the new Strangers, like she's the Scarecrow now. I'm like, no, what? Have you seen the movie?
This is completely removed from the original story,
It is.
and that's the biggest. That's the biggest hurdle. That's the biggest problem that these movies had.
Chapter 1 was just like a worse remake of the original one.
Thank you.
True.
That's exactly what I'm saying. With way dumber characters.
Yeah.
And the dumbness does not stay. So, like, last thing I want to touch on is just how, like, of a wet fart the reveals are. Because coming off of Strangers Chapter 2, you didn't know for certain if the beard guy with the neck tattoo was Scarecrow, but it was, like, heavily implied, to the point where I thought it was a setup for a red herring. Because there was like, oh, the strangers came in right after you left, and they were seen in your car. That's kind of suspicious. So I was like, it's way too fucking obvious for it to be him. So it's got to be somebody else. But the problem is that there wasn't anyone else. There was no other major male character left in the movie that the Scarecrow could have even been. So I was just like, so the whole time between second and third movies, I was just thinking, like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I was caught in a confusion. Because it's, on one hand, it can't be anyone else, but two, it's too obvious for it to be him. So then, like, 20 minutes into the movie, not even, it's like 15, 20 minutes into the movie, he corners her in a church without his mask on, and it's him again, and he's with the smiley tattoo, and he's like the guy, and he's just like, yeah, so you killed my girlfriend, the pinup girl, huh? So yeah, that's great. And I'm like, that's how you reveal this? You just say that? So yeah, so like yeah.
It wasn't even a reveal.
We gotta kill you now.
It wasn't. It was he just started talking like it was him.
That's just awful.
There wasn't a reveal. It's just like, oh yeah, this has been established already.
Yeah, and I was like, what? This was not established. There was no, like, mask off. There was no, like, it's gotta be you. It's like, it's you? I can't believe it's you. Or it's like, oh, of course it's you. Like, there's no reveal at all. He just walks in unmasked as himself, and he sits down, he grabs the alcohol off the shelf, pours a shot for him and her, and he's just like, to the dead people, and she's like, yeah, you killed my fiance. And I'm like, did he? Was that him? Are we confirming that? There was no, like, verbal confirmation. They just started talking to each other mid-movie like they both knew he was the killer. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. I'm moving out of the rankings. I'm giving this poop a 2 out of 10. Holy shit, what a stinker. The whole franchise is probably like a 1 or a 2.
Oh, I'd give the entire franchise a 1.
Yeah, it's not great. It's a real stinker. A lot of people are saying it's the worst horror trilogy ever. And yeah.
It would be.
Yeah,
yes.
It is. Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah, it's also a 2 out of 10 for me.
Wow.
I can't give an actual rating for this movie specifically, but like the franchise as a whole is a 1.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe that they did this to the Strangers, because the original Strangers for me is like a 9 or an 8. It's so good.
It is. It's a very good because it's like a very pure slasher.
Yeah, and it's
like
got a lot of, like, dread background horror, like people in masks just like stepping out from the shadows without any like jump scare sound effects. It's just like, oh, he's there behind you, and that was like the whole thing of the Strangers, and they didn't do that.
No.
Anyways, back to me and Isaac. We are looking at the new Kevin James movie, Solo Mio. Isaac, I'll let you take the reins because you're more hyped about this than I was.
Oh, I absolutely loved this movie. I love this movie so much. I saw it twice in the same week, once with Kellen and then once with my girlfriend. I took her to go see this. She loved it too. She thought it was very cute. Mm-hmm. I greatly enjoyed this. I have to say, part of one of the reasons I love this movie so much, and I've said this to a bunch of different people, is that this movie had probably one of the coolest like PR like staff or people ever, because they set up a Instagram account, and I think probably TikTok as well, for Kevin James that they just called like Mr. Taylor. And it was like this art teacher that would like do a painting and he'd talk about stuff, and like almost kind of like Bob Ross with mixed with Mr. Rogers kind of thing. Like he's just talking about stuff. And then like as the they over the course of like 6 months they uploaded videos, and it was all a marketing stunt for this movie.
Yeah, and then he was he was at the Super Bowl alone.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw that.
Like, yeah, he was.
That was
yes.
really good marketing too. He wasn't at. They didn't pay for like a movie trailer spot or anything. They just sent him to the Super Bowl with empty seat next to him and like flowers and looking sad the whole time.
Yes, they did. Yes.
I thought the marketing for this was great, but like even movie itself, I thought it was really fun. Like
this movie.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like
Sorry.
I know I don't like seem it, but I'm a big romance guy. So like I really liked this. And like my number one problem with romance movies is that like 95% of the time the whole point is she's with her husband, but her husband's not nice. But then the rich sexy guy from her past shows up, and now she's got to choose stay with mean husband or get with, rich hot guy. And it's always rich hot guy.
That's the problem with
cheating,
modern romance.
Yeah, cheating is such a big like thing in romance movies, like in a lot of them, just in general. And it's not even that modern, because go back to like 80s romance movies, they had that same thing as well.
True, that's what all of them these years are. This is what I'm saying.
It was like so sincerely like heartfelt, and I was like, yeah, this is just a nice like romance story.
Let's put it this way. I'm putting this on like the same level as 50 First Dates. That's how much I loved this movie.
Yeah.
Like
I would too. I like that one as well.
I like 50 First Dates is probably my favorite romantic comedy ever made.
Yeah.
I love that movie to death. I think the premise and the chemistry of Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore on screen is absolutely amazing. And it's no different between Kevin James and I don't even know what the girl's name is. I actually have to look this up. But
Italiana, her name was.
Italiana?
No, that just means.
I believe you. I believe you. But no. There's no denying that the two leads in this movie had undeniable chemistry.
Yeah, they worked really, really well together. And then like
Nicole Grimaudo.
Yeah, I was really confused. Getting into spoiler territory here. I was really confused when he showed her the note, like the hand note that his ex-fiance left for him. And then she started like freaking out and like like giving him cold shoulder. I was like what's the problem? He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. But like it felt like, is she mad that like she feels like the rebound because he just got left at the altar like a few days ago, or
that he didn't tell her sooner or something?
But like, what does that matter or something? Like, I don't understand. Like, I didn't understand what the big deal was, why she was so upset. But then later in the movie, when they revealed that she helped his ex-fiance write the note to explain her feelings all out, so she feels responsible for his heartbreak, I was like, now it all makes sense. See, I was like totally lost. I was completely clueless for a while. But then that snaps into place. I thought that was very well done.
Yes. And also, in contrast to the last movie we were talking about, the characters in this movie are awesome. I fucking love Julian.
Yeah.
He's such a funny character. I don't even remember the other guys that here. Hold on, I got the thing pulled up. Give me one sec.
John...
Neil.
Oh, I was going to say the actor.
Well, the actor is Jonathan Rumi.
Yeah, which I love him. He's such a good actor as well.
He is a good actor, but like the characters for this were so much fun. Like Julian was just a really great character. My favorite line in the whole movie that he states is when they're in like their hotel room, and they start arguing, and he just goes, "Why does this happen every marriage?" And you're just like, "Oh, so he's a douche that like this is like his like fifth marriage or whatever.
No,
he just keeps marrying this girl. No, he just keeps divorcing and marrying the same woman, and that's such a good like. I love that. That's so like.
I thought that was funny. Yeah, I thought it
It's
was
so
fun. Like
fresh.
I I don't seem like the kind of rom-com guy, but like I love a good one if it's actually good.
Yeah, like
And
as
this was
long as
actually
it's
good.
fun.
There was like a lot of like effort put into this to like make it fun, make it romantic, make it nice, and it was a really really strong
the-
Valentine's Day movie.
Yeah, it's the one thing that no matter what your views on Angel Studios or anything is, like the one thing you cannot deny is they always put an insane amount of effort into every single project they do. Like you can feel it in every movie.
I don't know if it was if this was them from the ground up or if they just bought the rights to it, because that's what they did with Animal Farm. They did not do Animal Farm, the new one that's coming out.
Oh, good point.
But they like, I think the production studio or the distributing studio or whatever it was pulled out of Animal Farm, and then Angel Studios is like, we'll buy that. So I don't know if that's what it was for Solo Mio or if they like made this from the ground up with them, but no, I thought.
I mean, they have it on their website
I
and everything.
I
So
don't. I'm not part of the studio, so I don't know how that came.
yeah, good point.
But no, movie itself very good and very well done.
It was nice to see Kevin James in something again, actually. Like, I forgot how much I liked seeing him on screen. He's a very good actor.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Oh, yeah, I'm giving this movie a 9 out of 10. I greatly enjoyed this. It's not the number one movie of the year, but it's up there. It's pretty good. The happy feeling I get just thinking about this movie. Like, if I could, I'd watch it like over and over because it's just so much fun.
Well, you have to get it on DVD then.
I am absolutely. It's one of the few that I'm going to.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. This was a really fun time for me. I really liked this. I thought Kevin James was great. I thought the Nicole was great too. I thought everyone was great. Like
Allison Hannigan back from wherever the heck she's been.
She was great. Like all the side characters were played very
they didn't
well.
feel like
they
side
didn't
characters
feel like
though either.
This looked like an impromptu friend group. Like they just came together and like everyone just like clicked. Moving on, all three of us now. This one was the most difficult movie on the list for all three of us to put our finger on. Good luck, have fun, don't die.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
So here's the thing.
Say about this.
So here's my thing on this. The movie starts pretty strong.
It starts great.
Actually. The opening of the movie, granted we did show up a little I missed a little bit at the beginning.
No,
I missed a little bit. I missed a little bit because I had to step out and take a phone call. But anyway, like I love Sam Rockwell. First of all, nailed it. Like he's perfect for this movie.
Probably the best part of this movie. Yes.
I love the idea of him walking in. Like I see the clip a lot where he's like, "Okay, Pete, shut the fuck up." And like the cook comes out of the kitchen. He's like, "You need to get out of here." He's like, "Pete, shut up." Just because he knows who that is.
Yeah.
Like because he's just been through the loop enough.
He's just like,
yeah, it's really funny.
It's like, get the 62 cents out of your pocket and shut up. And it's like, how did you not?
So
I know.
So like the movie's starting as a premise of it's a guy in a time loop and he's just trying to find the right combination of people to achieve the goal he needs to.
Yeah.
Super simple premise, super cool idea.
Yeah.
The problem is that this movie execution of this is horrible because they keep doing flashbacks, which in a time loop is not unheard of, but they do flashbacks of like 30-minute segments. Okay, it's probably less than 30, but like 10 to 15-minute segments for like each of the characters that
it'd
are
be like
in the current
it'd be
party.
like 15 to 25.
Yeah.
In that range.
But still, like you did like backtracks for them, and by the time you came back to the movie, it was hard to keep track of where we were in the story and things like that because it's just it's so all over the place, and also it's really annoying because the bare bones of this movie makes sense. Like, it's AI. It's AI
Yes,
wants to take over the world, and then even the reveal at the end, where
That
it's
did not make
like,
sense.
oh, the AI's building itself.
Yeah.
Like
I guess.
I mean, it kind of like basically it used what it was doing to like. It became like this paradoxical loop thing, which is always a bad
Self-fulfilling
move.
prophecy, yeah.
Yeah, it's always a bad move in things like that because it's like, well, no, because if the AI is creating itself, but the AI also needs to like exist to be able to create itself, it becomes this like chicken and egg thing
Yeah.
where it's just a never-ending loop. And those I don't like those. Those only like make sense if you have something like predating it. Like it's like the prime example I have for it is nah, never mind. I'm not even gonna go into that whole thing. But anyway,
it's not worth it. It's not.
yeah, it's not worth it. No, this movie is just, it had so much potential and so much like it could have gone literally anywhere but where it went. And but they decided to just replace the fact that it makes sense for it just being haha look funny.
Yeah, I think it had a really strong start, but then it tripped over itself all the way to the finish line. Like the way I've been describing this is that it's several episodes of Black Mirror loosely tied together by live wires.
There you go. Yeah, that's a pretty good way. That's a pretty good way of putting it.
Literally, the bring your son back as a robot, but he's not the same because he's a robot, is literally a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, I remember that episode. Yeah, you're right.
With ads. That was a Black Mirror episode. The guy brought his wife back with ads, and she got fired.
That's right.
For promoting ads in class, and I was like, bro,
dude. And then like the kids,
they literally did this before.
Oh, and the fucking like, I hated that entire sequence. That sequence of the movie itself made me feel deeply uncomfortable and incredibly disgusted. Yeah. Actually. Yeah. Like, I actually hated every minute of that entire thing. Because it's like, the mom's like, oh, first time your kid died in a school shooting. And also because school shootings happen every 5 seconds in America, right? Like, and they do that,
because the thing is that it doesn't take place at the dystopian future yet. So is this meant to just be like real, like now, current times? Because that's like. Because in dystopian futures, there can be people with like, hey, that's just how it is here. Like the mom.
Yeah.
Mother's, oh, first time? Yeah, that's just how it is. But, like...
You're, like, in the middle right now. Like...
But, like, no, because, like, there's no dystopian future yet. Like, there's no... Like, why is everyone treating everything like it's normal? Like the kids hypnotized by their cell phones... Like blatantly, like they are being mind controlled by the phone.
See, I didn't see it that way.
That's how it is. I'm like, why? What are you? And like some of the other characters are like, what do you mean that's how it is? What? This is crazy. And I'm like, why is that not the majority of people saying this is crazy? This doesn't make any sense.
So that's the thing is that like, so that one makes a little more sense because you get to this part where they bring the kid back or whatever, right?
Yeah.
She brings back her son, and like on the way home, the son just starts playing on his phone and everything like that. And what I read that as is it was called back to the earlier one where it's like, oh, so they're just implying that like every fucking kid in this school is just a clone. Like all the kids in the area just have been
they
killed
kind of were.
by school
That's
shooters.
why
Yeah,
that fat chick was talking about Pepsi so much.
yeah. I want a Pepsi. I want a Pepsi. Can you get me a Pepsi? Can I get? Have we fulfilled our
Probably 'cause
product
probably
placement
'cause
for the
they were
movie?
all replaced by that point. I mean,
Have we fulfilled our product placement for the movie?
well, because she was the one with ads. That's why.
But like it was just odd. And the twist of the movie saw it coming from a fucking mile away.
It doesn't make any sense.
Like
the
Not at all.
other one. I thought the twist.
the other one.
I thought
Mhm.
the twist at the end of the movie doesn't make any sense. The twist you're talking about, yeah, everyone saw that coming. No one
Everyone
was
saw that
surprised.
coming. No, they again, the movie can't decide between being funny and being serious. You can't do both in the same movie.
You can. You
It-
absolutely
well,
can.
you can't-
It's just
you
they
can.
didn't.
Well, that's the thing is that the problem is that they make it so you're supposed to be all emotional at this point, but you've been so bizarre and so off the wall. Because yes, you can be funny and serious, but what I'm saying, I shouldn't even say funny. This movie's just bizarre. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
It's just random bullshit that they threw at a dartboard.
Merrick's
It's like they
favorite part of the movie. The only thing you remember about
Don't-
this movie, Merrick.
What?
giant. Is it the giant flopping horse boner?
Yes, that's everyone's favorite part, is it not? They showed it so.
That
prominently
spewed
in the
glitter?
movie. Yeah, the giant glittery horse cock. Didn't everyone love that? What do you mean no? What do you mean our theaters are empty? What? I don't know.
Nah, this
Where
movie
did we
had
go
one
wrong,
thing
said
and-
the director.
This movie had one thing and one thing only going for it, and that was Sam Rockwell, and he did a phenomenal job.
Yeah,
And that was it.
yeah.
Hmm.
I would feel bad if this was based off a book and it got turned into this. Because
Unless the book was shit from the jump,
unless
I don't
the
know.
book was exactly like this, I would feel really bad.
Yeah.
Biggest
Unless the
highlight-
book had more horse cock in it.
yeah, unless that's a callback from the book. I really telling thing about how not well written this movie is that they don't explain the title of the movie.
No,
And
not at all.
that's fine. You know, like there's some movies where it doesn't have to be explained. It's just like that. It's not whatever. But with something like good luck, have fun, don't die, and then they say that multiple times in the movie without any explanation. They give one explanation, and it's the boyfriend of the princess, and he says, "Oh, that's just like a thing that we say in the AI world. Like it's like hello, goodbye. It's like aloha. You know, it's just a standard greeting in there." I'm like, okay, why? Like,
Okay,
is that
I
weird?
actually. Granted, they never explained this in the movie. The only explanation that came into my head, I'm like, the good luck have fun thing makes sense, whatever. But like, they talk about like the AI world being a perfect utopia, like a perfect world. And if it's like something they have, it being a greeting makes no sense, but as like a sign-off message, it does. Because it's like hey, good luck, you have fun out there, but like also like, you know, don't die before you can come back kind of thing. Like, and that's the only explanation I had in my brain is like, don't die before you can permanently become a part of this.
Okay, so the thing is that you shouldn't have to justify it in your brain.
No, you shouldn't.
Because
It should just be in the thing.
I'm already sitting here thinking that your explanation doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
But you know what would have solved all of this? If they gave one in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Told you
That's
if they made any sense. It's like, no, it's just like people say it. That's all. It's like, it's just a thing we say.
movies have gotten
What?
movies have gotten to the point where they think that they can just go, oh hey, it's just this.
No,
and
but,
you're like,
what I'm saying,
but like why?
What I'm saying is that if they gave like Sam Rockwell's character like a few runs, or like showed multiple runs or flashback to multiple runs of that. No, what I'm saying is like if that's just something that he told his group before every run, like he picks all the group, is like, all right, everybody, we're gonna ship out of here. We're gonna get going. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die. That's just he's like
Yeah.
that's just the rally speech.
If that was
he gives
his thing,
every single
yes.
time, and like that's what it's based off of. It's like, all right, go. It's like, go team. Let's do this. And then he has to say that multiple times over again because he keeps looping over again. That would be a better explanation for the title of the movie than just like like some like a C-list character in the movie. It's just like it's just a thing we say.
Yeah. Speaking of showing multiple runs, they did that a little bit in the very beginning and then never fucking did it again for the rest of the damn movie.
Yeah, it was like
never
10
once.
seconds at a time.
Like, never once touched. The moment they left the diner, they had nothing. And also, this is another thing that made no fucking sense to me at all, is that the mom, like, tells him about the thing in the bottom of the the escape route and everything. And you even said it in the theater, and you're like, so has he just never picked her before? But that's the thing, though, is he already knew her name.
Yeah, he knew her name. She volunteered. Like he knew her name. He picked her multiple times before. And the little robot kid in her head, the little AI in her ear.
Because that robot kid has been there since the beginning.
Yeah. So you didn't tell him about the fucking, like, that's the whole point why she brought him and why the AI told her to fucking go with him to volunteer.
Yeah. It was just weird.
You didn't do this any of the other runs? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't know.
It does not.
I don't know. Moving into the rankings, we've been talking too long about this mess. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10. There were some things to enjoy about it. I thought the first half hour was really good, maybe 40 minutes. But, like, once they get to, you know, like, out in the streets and there's the giant, like, cat thing with the horse penis and going into the AI, like, what is this? What's happening? Hello? We went to lunch after the movie and we couldn't figure out, like, how to feel about this shit. Like, we can't even process this.
Once you get to that part, just turn the movie off, honestly.
Yeah. I'm giving this movie a 3 out of 10. Like, I'm actually, like, note this, because it'll be relevant later. I'm putting this below Scream. I don't like this. Like it was just nonsense. Like, at least there are moments in Scream that I'll remember and be like, "Ooh, I actually really like the way that was shot, and I liked this, and that was cool." Granted, I didn't bring any of those up, but like there were things like that. This movie, it's just random bullshit.
Yes.
Like they took the whiteboard from the Cabin in the Woods movie and threw a bunch of darts at it, and just and that's just what they made.
It's AI. It makes sense because AI.
Fuck off about AI. No one gives a. Like, I get it's a hot button issue right now. No one gives a fuck.
Right,
Let Black Mirror do that shit.
I don't want to think about it.
Like, and also
making
AI your villain is also the worst thing you can do nowadays, because like back when, like, 2001 A Space Odyssey, making an AI the villain of that was scary because AI didn't exist. It wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah.
Like that like, but as we're at the point where AI is now, it is such a cop-out answer because now it is widely known what AI is kind of capable of.
Bro, AI can even generate a person with the right number of fingers.
Yeah, like it's just not well done.
No,
like
I'm sick of AI being the bad guy as well.
I'm sorry. Your AI is the bad guy. Well, you know what? AI wrote Wish. So, like,
Merrick, do you have any other scenes you'd like to bring up or jokes you'd like to make? Criticisms of the movie.
I don't know. 3 out of 10. I mean, it could have been good if they
made it good.
If they would have taken
it could have been good if everything past and including the AI generated horse penis was something completely different.
I agree.
But
That took me out of the movie so hard, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like-
it did. And the guy from
you weren't
Ant-Man
immersed with
crushed
the
me.
AI generated horse penis that with glitter, Isaac.
No, because it didn't make, like, the first time it showed up, it made no sense, because you're like, okay, so are we in the AI? Is the AI able to make real things? Is it, like, what is happening here? Like,
That's a
I
good
don't
question.
get it.
That's a great question. However,
Like, up until that point of the movie, you could at least follow what was happening.
yeah.
Yeah, it could have been a very good movie
Yeah.
if they ended it differently.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah,
It's-
very very good question. However, moving on to our next movie,
yeah.
we have Whistle.
Okay. Well,
Meh.
yeah. It was kind of, well. Hold on. I can't just say meh. Meh. I mean, granted,
I have more to say, but like,
but like, it's just kind of meh. Like, honestly, I'm okay starting this one with a ranking. Like, this movie's a 5. It's a perfectly mid movie. It has, because it balances out to both ends, in my opinion. Like, there's really bad and like very obvious foreshadowing stuff, but on the plus side, there's some really cool scenes in the movie, that were really good.
I agree. A lot of the actual horror bits of the movie were done pretty well. I think
They were.
I thought it had amazing production wise, but like horrible narrative wise and like character wise. Like the main girl and her girlfriend have zero chemistry between each other.
Oh no, it's just we're the two girls that locked eyes across the hallway, so now we're into each other.
Exactly. And I was like like the very second that the main girl looks at the other one, I'm like, "Oh, she's gay." Like
Yeah.
I knew it on instinct. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I put, like,
And they hold that back for like half an hour as well.
yeah, and then
like-
it's like, and just her going outright like, is she straight? I don't know. And it's just
It
like,
just it
it's like, I really like you, even if you're straight and not gay like me. And I'm like, can you be like,
yeah.
can you like be less ham-fisted with this? Because
Yeah.
this is really, really bad
So
dialogue that you're doing here. Can you be any more clever
this
with flirting with someone, please?
this movie reminded me a lot of Tarot, like it did.
Yeah, so
Because-
did Merrick. So did Merrick. Merrick
I
Because-
said that before we started recording, yeah.
Merrick's like, I
Yeah.
don't know where to put Whistle, so I'm gonna look at Tarot and adjust from there. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what, because see, here's the thing: is Tarot also had a decent premise. It's
Yeah.
like this movie has a really decent premise, and it does act. This movie, the difference is this movie did a fairly decent job of actually executing its premise. Like, it actually kind of turned out cool.
Yeah.
Like I liked the idea of that when you hear the whistle, your death that is has been predetermined since your birth is like coming after you. Like, the girl was supposed to die of old age. The boyfriend was supposed to die in like a drunk driving accident. That kill,
Oh,
coolest
That
thing in
was
the whole movie.
phenomenal. That
That was so
great.
good.
Because the guy was
Mhm.
just alone in his room freaking out while the thing was coming after him. And you get to watch, like, in real time, all his bones, like, snapping out of place and his head crushing. And
You
like,
see the glass like flying past his face and like
Yeah, the
slicing it
glass,
up, but there
invisible
was no
glass.
glass.
So he would
Yeah.
just reel back and just like cuts came flying across the face. That kill, that scene, just go on YouTube and look up that kill. I don't know how you describe it.
It's so good. It's
whatever,
so
the
good.
car crash kill. from Whistle.
Honestly,
That's an
while this movie is
amazing kill. Very well done.
it's a mid movie, but like like I would recommend watching this movie just for that. Honestly, like,
if it had a better writing team, same concept, same characters, same effects, but if it was written better, it could have been like a 6 or a 7.
oh
say-
yeah, like this movie would have
say I
been
will-
like
Log off right now. Go
I'm
on.
not. I hate it just as much
Good.
as you do.
Keep going.
But anyway, I do think that this movie should be, honestly, the reason this movie is a 5 and not a 6 for me actually is mostly to do with the ending of the movie. Well, the ending of the movie and one other aspect. So, the one other aspect I'll start with is we have exposition old lady number 5. Like all of the context
You're only at
of
5.
this movie. Well, whatever.
I
But you know what I
really-
mean.
I
They
do.
just,
I
they
do.
just,
I really
they
hate
just-
exposition, old lady.
what's even worse is it would be one
I've seen
thing,
this before.
Yeah, she's seen this before.
Yeah. but it would be one thing if it was like, if it was the fact that she's like been through it before or something, like I could see it, I guess. But like, she is so monotone with everything she gives. Like they talk about how it's like, oh, the whistle found you, and it's like she already knew everything about it, and like she had like there was no terror on her face.
Yeah.
There was nothing like there.
like,
She
oh,
had no
that's it.
emotion about it. She was just like, yeah, you're gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah. I very weak point of the movie. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
it
weak
very much
points
was.
in this movie. A lot of them.
Well, the kills are all good. The characters very, very flat. But the one that pisses me off the most,
Was the guy
is-
trying way too hard to be the Crow?
I mean, honestly, he was one of my favorite characters in the movie,
Yeah,
though.
me
Like, I
too,
actually
like-
liked him. Like, I liked him.
That's
He was
how-
kind of cool.
that's how
His
not good
death,
it was.
his death was a little like weird, but I also liked it at the same
I
time.
feel like they could
Like, it
have
was
been
one
on
of the weak-
screen his death.
True. But like, the ending of this movie makes no sense because the girl like sees her death, because that's the whole point of this, is you see your death like coming for you kind of thing, so you get like a preview of it, and it's like it's her and she's got a needle in her arm, and she's like IOD, like she's all like wet and she's like, oh well, IOD, and I don't want to do that or whatever. So they find a way. They're like, oh, what if we like,
They do the same thing that they do in Countdown. They do the same thing in every other.
if we
I
kill
think
you
this is-
before your time?
Yeah, if it's like it says you have
Final
to.
Destination
Yeah, it
did
says
it.
you have to die, not that you have to stay dead, so that they kill you and then they bring you back. Final Destination did it twice. They did it in
Yes.
They did, yeah.
did it in 2 and they did it in 6. The new one.
Bloodlines. Yeah. But
It's so common. It's so common. It happens all the time. It's not.
But the
clever
worst-
anymore.
But the worst part is it's like blatantly obvious the moment they start setting this up that this is what she saw
Yeah.
as her death, which made absolutely zero fucking sense with what the premise of this movie was. Are you telling me that she was always destined to die this way? Because that is how that they have laid out the premise before us. And she was always supposed to die trying to be killed and brought back because the Aztec death whistle is coming after her. Like, are you telling me that it's baked into her story no matter what? Like, it just
Unclear.
makes no sense.
Unclear.
Because if that were the case, then everyone else's death would be the same thing.
Isaac, you want to know something?
This movie
This
is...
movie does not make a lot of sense, come to think of it.
Yeah.
Merrick, anything to add?
That guy that was like chasing them, because he thought they were evil.
Yeah.
What did he die of?
Gout.
Couldn't tell.
I don't know. He turned gray and fat and pus filled. I'm unclear.
Yeah, that was weird.
Unclear. Drug overdose.
Like, he turned
maybe?
into a-
Maybe
he
was
turned
getting
into a
high on
monk-
his own supply.
But he turned into a homunculus, man. Like,
He died of the homunculus drug.
Yeah, the drug that turns you into a homunculus and then kills you.
oh yeah, and then we have and then also, like the religious man bad.
Well,
Well, he wasn't actually religious, but he was like,
he was weaponizing religion, which religious people also think is bad.
yes, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
it's
I know
they
what you
took
mean.
that
It's-
they took that as they took that angle.
Yeah, they did.
They know exactly what they
Mhm.
were doing for it. Like it was just this movie was a mess, and it
and-
makes no sense. And
Yeah,
it's gross.
the bad guy being a church leader, and then the good guys being a lesbian couple. Not very subtle with their messaging here.
No,
Mhm.
not very at all.
I'm
But
gonna I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
move us along into the rankings. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10. If it wasn't for the amazing effects and the fantastic kills that are in this movie, it would probably be like a 2 because like outside of that, there's not much going for it. It's spectacle and spectacle alone.
yeah,
4 out of 10 for me too. Same reasons. Same.
yeah. Only reason it's a 5 for me is just the two extremes canceled each other out.
Yeah. All right, moving on to our next movie of the night, we have Cold Storage. Now, we were all pretty hyped for this one, weren't we, boys?
I was
Yeah.
I really liked this movie. Like I've actually been thinking about it ever since we went and saw it, and I quite enjoy it a lot. I can't tell you exactly everything that happens in this movie. I just remember enjoying it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm surprised that I enjoyed this as much as I did because as a kid, I was terrified of zombies. And then
Yeah.
as a kid and also now, I'm really, really grossed out by fungus and like mold and like spores
Yeah.
and shit like that. It's just
Mhm.
fungus is like the worst substance on the planet. I think world would be a lot better if mold could just die and become extinct and never happen again. I think it would be great.
Yeah.
So a movie about fungus zombies.
Mhm.
Did not expect to like it that much. That I stayed clear of the Last of Us show for different reasons, but the games, when the first one came out, I really didn't like zombies, and when the hype for it came up again, I really didn't like fungus still. So with all that, fungus and zombies is really something that I would not be going for. But I totally loved everything that they did in this movie.
Yeah.
The macro shots were really cool.
They were, yeah. I agree.
Like I liked what like the like the first one we get where it like eats through the bottom of her shoe and like enters her bloodstream and like multiplies instantly. Like they actually did a really good job of making this movie bizarrely silly and fun,
Yeah.
but at the same time also portraying just how much of an actual threat this thing is.
Oh,
like
yeah,
this
was crazy.
like in my head I'm just like, oh yeah, no, this is if this gets out, it's an apocalyptic event.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, the fact that it just a little bit gets on the bottom of her like army boot and then it eats like through the boot material and gets on her is crazy.
well, what's even worse, what's even more like scary is that like it's basically sentient as well.
Yeah.
Cuz like it takes over like the limbic system and everything. Like at first it just makes them get to higher ground.
Yeah,
So that way like it bursts open with spores and like
Yeah, like that
spreads them.
zombie fungus where it takes control of your mind and then brings the ant to a the highest place it can get to and then spreads spores, which is a real thing in real life and is scary and disgusting.
Yeah.
But it was kind of
But
playing
it-
off that and it did a really good job. Sorry,
Yeah, it did. But like as the movie went on, it stopped. Like they even say it, like it stops trying to climb and it's directly seeking out other hosts
Yeah.
to one-to-one infect it.
Yeah.
So like it evolved from being just like a fungus acting how a fungus would to evolving into an actual zombie virus.
Yeah.
Like because that's the point of zombie viruses are innately the way it works is because like they become hungry for they basically become cannibals and that makes it spread that way because it spread through saliva and things like that. So that's how it works. But like this thing's just like if it even gets on you, if it even touches you, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like you're just done. Like that was
A guy slipped and fell in it, and I'm just like, well, now you're dead. So, have fun with that.
oh yeah, no, it was just like
Oh, and I gotta say, the fucking ex-boyfriend, I don't know who that actor is, he crushed it.
oh, he did so well. Yes.
Him as like a infected, like shambling, like like zombie with all the like the makeup and stuff and like the way that he like the little like cricks in his neck and like the way he like staggered about and was like still kind of holding on to trying to find his ex and like coming after her. He did phenomenal. He was great.
Oh, he did a very very good job with that role.
Mhm.
I also like cuz Liam Neeson's getting to that age where he's getting to a point where it's going to start feeling like Harrison Ford where it's just, like okay, come on, like the dude just needs to retire already. But honestly, he did really well in this.
Yeah.
Like, cause we went and saw his. I don't know if it was his last one, but we've seen at least two different ones in our movie going. We watched Marlowe. I think that was Liam Neeson in that. Was that not Liam Neeson, or are you forgetting Marlowe?
Or are you forgetting another one?
Yeah, I said two.
We've seen more than 2 Liam Neeson movies.
Well, I remember Marlowe, and I remember was it Retribution?
Retribution.
Bro doesn't even recall The Naked Gun. It was
Naked Gun.
Our top 10 last year.
Good point. I forgot.
You forgot.
See, here's the thing, though, is that he played such a good Leslie Nielsen that I forgot it was Liam Neeson because I just enjoyed the movie so much. But like, when it comes to this man in action movies, it's starting to get hit or miss with him. But like, they played this very, very well.
Yeah, he didn't have to like
do
too much action. And they kind of even leaned into his age where he falls on his back and he goes like because he was injured last time, so he had like a bad back. So when he slipped and fell, he's like I can't get up. So and they even had like his old partner, and they had like a kind of like we're too old for this kind of shit. So they weren't exactly like playing him off as the rough and tumble action guy that he used to be. He's more of a like I've seen this before. Shout out to the I've seen this before character in a horror movie actually, being useful and doing shit.
Well, because they showed the moment where he saw it before.
Exactly. Well, not just that, but he actually like stepped in and helped and like brought the bomb and like did shit.
Yeah, and I have to say, this is hard for me to say. Joe Keery did a really good job. I don't like anyone who was involved in Stranger Things, honestly, because I hate that show. Like, first off, yes, I've never watched it.
What about the guy who was Cannonball in the New Mutants?
Was he?
Yeah, he was. Well, not him, but like there was another the I don't know, the older brother.
Okay, like, but what I mean is like. Joe Keery is the one that I see in like everything.
Yeah, he's in the show.
With that, he's been in the show since the beginning. So like I just like to distance myself from that fandom as much as I possibly can.
That's a good idea, especially after last season.
but he did a great job. he's getting to a point where he's gonna start evolving beyond being just the Stranger Things guy.
Yeah.
And I'm actually excited to after watching this. I'm excited to see where he goes because this is.
Yeah,
He did a fantastic job.
Yeah, he and the other girl, they had like really good like back and forth conversation. Like they
actually had chemistry.
Yeah, they had chemistry. Their dialogue together was, it felt natural, felt real, felt decent. Thought it was good. Merrick, did you have anything else you wanted to say? I know you only came along to see like 3 of these other movies with us because you wanted to see this one.
Yeah, I came because I saw the trailer for Cold Storage, and that was the day we saw 4 movies. So
That's true.
Yeah.
I did really enjoy this one. I like they did like the time lapse of like the fungus contained in like the thing, and then like the time lapse until present day where it's like growing and escaping.
Oh, and then it like took over the bug, which took over like the rat or wherever it was, and like
It got to like some rats or a bug or whatever, and then it got into the
cat,
the car and onto the dead cat.
Mm-hmm.
And
like
stuff.
that entire sequence was really, really cool. I liked it.
Yeah, all the sequences like that were really well done. I thought they were fun.
I did not leave this movie confused about anything.
No, very
like it.
understandable. Very.
Yes, and that's what a movie should be.
Sure. I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. I thought this was a delightful little romp into, science horror. I thought this was very well done. All the macro shots, all the time lapses. Like, I think stylistically, this is just like a really cool and really interesting, fun time.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this actually a 7 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I was going to. The production value in this movie, very well done. Like, the CGI didn't look terrible really at any point. And even like when they did some like prosthetic stuff, it looked phenomenal as well.
Oh, it looked great, yeah. That's also gonna be a 7 out of 10 for me too. I enjoyed this movie probably the most out of the ones we saw that day.
Moving on to our next movie, we have How to Make a Killing with what's his name? I forget his name. Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
We've been seeing him pop up a lot more. He's come a long way since Spy Kids 3, but
yeah, he's a quickly rising star.
I like him. He's a decently good actor. He's got the leading
X Factor or whatever.
No, he's got what it takes to like carry a movie as the leading role.
He reminds me a lot of like, not like in mannerism, but like the air he has about him reminds me a lot of like Ryan Reynolds. Like the way that he kind of like the way he carries a scene, and like the way he just like when he's in a scene, like he just draws your focus like really well. Like he's very good at it. I actually I really like this movie. The concept not really too foreign.
Yeah.
But like execution wise, this movie was quite well done actually.
Yeah. I hate that bitch.
Oh, True. Yeah.
True.
Get rid of her.
Get rid of her.
Well, that's the point.
Merrick, what did you say? You should say she should have just killed her.
Yeah, you should have killed her before she got like evidence on him, and then
movies on.
And then he's rich and Asian wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, Margaret Qualley plays a pretty good bitch. Like she really does.
You brought up like 2 or 3 other movies she was in where she was also just a bitch, and I'm like, well, she sounds like
she was
typecasted. Because I did not like. Because she was just all she did was like fuck everything up.
I will say though, like she's not an unimportant character in the story. is the problem.
No,
Like
she's really important in this story. She's causes a lot of the problems.
she causes
Yeah.
a lot of the problems, and she's also like the she's also necessary for the ending of the movie as well.
Which
Where
I told you I had a way better ending in my head.
you did.
So like
Uh
I have issues personally with the ending. I didn't like how it ended. I there was details about the ending that I liked, but I didn't like what they did with
and
it.
like the actual execution of the ending
Yeah.
is
So-
what you're saying.
Spoiler alert, what happens is that he gets away with all the actual killings, but the other girl that was in there, the bitch, she blackmailed him into whatever, and then she killed her husband and blamed it on him. So he went to jail for the only killing that he didn't do. And then she comes in with a suicide note that either she wrote or her husband actually wrote. Because I think she killed her husband. It's kind of obvious.
I think she did, yes.
So I. So she comes in with a suicide note. She's like, I have evidence that could set you free, but you have to sign over all the money into my name. And then, you know, if you want to be rich, you'll have to take me as your wife, and then, you know, we'll be rich together, but, you know, whatever. So he does that, and I'm like, she comes through, like, last second, because he didn't know if she was actually going to release it or not. And he got the opportunity to sign whatever. So she totally could have just, like, told him to sign everything over to her, and then she not give the evidence, so he gets killed, and then she gets everything. She could have done that, but she didn't, so
Yeah.
he gets set free, and she basically when she takes him back to the that mansion that he inherited now, and when the gates close, they do like the prison cell closing sound effect, which I thought that was a nice touch symbolically.
Yeah.
But if that were me, if I somehow had compromised enough morals to already be in the situation where I had killed several of my family members for their money, and put in this situation, I would have said, fuck that bitch. I would have signed everything over to the Asian
His
wife,
girlfriend.
my
Yeah.
girlfriend, the Asian woman, and then either she would come through anyway, thinking that I signed everything over to her, prove me innocent, and then I would be set free, and she would get nothing, and I would be proved nothing. She would have nothing. She would nothing on me, and I would live happily ever after with the new wife, like that is. Or she wouldn't come through. I would get put to death, and I would die with a middle finger, giving everything to not her.
Yeah.
And then she gets nothing, and then she gets nothing. She has absolutely nothing now. Because she was broke to begin with, which is why she started blackmailing in the first place, and now she killed her husband. So she literally has nothing now. She loses.
Yeah. I will say also, like, none of the deaths were boring.
No, I thought they were all done really well.
They were all very clever and everything. Like,
Some of them were
obviously
even
he
funny.
has to make them he has to make them all look like accidents, obviously.
Right.
But like some of them were just like yeah, some of them were funny. Like, I love the one where he snuck into the spa and just hands the lady, it's like, oh, it was a complimentary, like, teeth whitener thing or whatever. And she just puts it in her mouth, and, like, that's what kills her.
Yeah.
like, I found that kind of funny. But, like, he got away with all the kills. And, like, even one of them, he didn't have to kill one of them as well. Like, one of them just died organically.
Yeah. And then the last one was actually, like, justifiable self-defense. Like, he tried to kill me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was... This movie had a lot of good, like, humor. It had good bones. It's just, like, but I understand that the ending is the way it's supposed to be.
No, I understand the ending. But
Like...
I thought, like, you know, I thought it would be better.
Yeah, I feel like this is supposed to be
for the character,
like
not for the movie.
Yeah, for the character.
But for the character, like if that was me, it would be better
Yeah.
to have that situation, because in that situation, it's either, you know, I live with my wife or I die. But either way, that bitch gets fucked. Like, she loses either
Yeah.
way in that situation.
But anyway, on to the rankings for this, I
Yeah,
guess, because I don't think we really have anything else. I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. I actually quite enjoyed it. I thought it was very well. I thought it was very well put together. I like seeing Glenn Powell on screen. He has a very charismatic, like personality, but like it wasn't anything special.
Yeah.
Topher Grace made an appearance, and then
I'll give this a 7 out of 10. You know, I thought it was a nice, fun romp. You know, it held my attention very well. You know, I wasn't bored to sleep or anything. No, like it was decently funny. You know, it was decently entertaining. There was a lot of things at stake. And I mean, normally I don't like perpetual lie movies, but like this didn't make him lying to his wife was not a centralized focus of the movie. It was just like another thing that he had to juggle. Like, it was part of a bigger problem for him.
it felt more like a con movie than it did
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
a perpetual lie movie.
true. All right.
Mo?
That is a 6 out of 10 for me as well. I enjoyed it. I was entertained
Nice.
by it.
All right. Good looks. All right. Moving on to our last movie of the night, we have This Is Not a Test. Or should we call it This Is Not a Movie?
Yes.
Standard.
Yeah.
It's not even standard. It's below standard zombie apocalypse movie. The only draw.
The zombie apocalypse was standard. The movie was substandard.
Yeah. Standard, generic, formulaic zombie apocalypse. And, which is fine. You can have just like a standard zombie apocalypse, but you can do the same thing.
B zombie movie.
Right. Like, oh, I kept in my head comparing this to a Netflix show called Black Summer, which is a zombie apocalypse show. I highly recommend that. It's very engaging, very entertaining. But the thing is, you can do things in a zombie apocalypse movie. I didn't know if you knew that. Is that you can things are allowed to happen.
Yeah.
Because basically, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna give you the entire movie, right? Okay, zombie apocalypse breaks out, right? Main character Olivia Holt, she runs out into the street. You know, her mom and her dad are infected. Her sister's away. She runs out into the street, gets attacked by a zombie, gets saved by a group of kids. They go to the school. They hang out in the school. They walk around the school. And then they sit down in the school, and then they talk to each other in the school, and then they yell at each other in the school, and then there's somebody in the school, and then it finds out it's the teacher from the school who had entered the school from the basement of the school, and now he's in here, and then it turns out, he's got a bite mark on him. He says it's from a human, but they think maybe it's a zombie. So they throw him outside of the school, but then it turns out, he was human the whole time. So then he comes back in the school and he's a zombie this time. And then the guy shoots his sister by accident. And then he shoots the teacher. And then he shoots himself. And then they all leave the school to go back to Olivia Holt's house to find her sister. And then on their way to the house, it's just three of them now. And on their way to the house, one of the guys says, "Okay, bye," and he runs away. And then he runs out of the movie. Actually, like he
Never comes back.
He just ran off set and
Didn't die. We don't know if he died.
Didn't die. Didn't survive. Schrodinger's character. And he just like, okay, he said later. He said later days, and then he ran off. He went to do a distraction or something, and he distracted them, and he ran away and never came back. So I guess he's dead or something. And then they get to the house, and then her sister is there, but she's a zombie, and they kill her, and then she cries, and then the end.
Oh, and then they drive away.
And then they drive away. But the best part of the movie is the end, because it's got the most cranked, bumping ass fucking end credit song we've ever heard.
True.
Movie horrible, boring. Why even make this? You had nothing to say, nothing to do, nothing happened. But I will.
It was just us in the theater, and we got so bored. All of us just stood up, and we're just roaming around that theater itself while the movie was playing.
We went to the front row seats. We went up to.
We got to look at funny Olivia Holt Giga Chad.
Yeah. We went to right up to the screen and looked straight up at it. There was nothing. There was no one else in the theater. We could do whatever we want. And then the end credit song hit, and I was fucking jamming to that shit. That was good shit. If you want the song, it's called "I Don't Mind" by The Age of Electric. It was fucking electric shit. It had me dancing in the theater.
Legitimately the best part of the movie.
It was
the end credits.
The best part of the movie is the end credits song, not end credits scene. End credits song. You fucked up.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
This feels like it should have been a straight to Netflix thing.
This feels like it should have been a straight to Blockbuster.
All right, I'll kick off the rankings on this. Welcome to the bottom of the list. You got a 1. This is so boring. I hated this. A movie's bad when I'd rather watch 28 years later Bone Temple than this.
There was not much to enjoy about this. I give this a 2 out of 10. Just because just
because the end credits song, honestly.
Well, there was the end credits song that gave it a point, but just there wasn't anything offensively bad. It was just you did nothing. It was just boring and uneventful. There wasn't anything assaulting to the eyes or ears or conscience like some movies do.
I thought about this
assaulting to my consciousness. I was almost asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merrick?
This is a 1 for me. I was so bored, dude. Not once in the entire movie did I question whether it was or was not a test.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as there were zombies on the screen eating each other, I'm pretty sure it was not a test. You didn't need to tell
the title of this movie would make you presume that this would be honestly, better premise for this movie. I just did a Kellen.
Yeah.
Better premise for this movie is if it starts in the school, you have say these kids have detention on a weekend or something. And it's just these 5 kids and the teacher's already there. And it's them doubting that an actual zombie apocalypse is happening, but weird shit starts happening. There's people banging on the doors and stuff like that. So they end up barricading things and stuff like that. But they don't think it's zombies. They just think that, someone's, it's an attack or something.
Yeah.
If they spent the whole movie, but if they just spent the whole movie doing something like that, it would probably be a lot more intriguing.
What I would have done is take your premise with them starting in the school detention on a Saturday, so you have a already kind of established small group that's going to stick together throughout the film. And zombie apocalypse starts, message comes over radio or something, or TV, and it says, "This is not a test," and gives them a step-by-step instructions what to do, do this, if all else fails, do this, check for bites, meet at, and then they give them instructions to go to an evac point, an evacuation point or a safe zone or something.
Yeah.
But they have no idea, because it's all pre-recorded in that, they have no idea if the evac point is even safe anymore. They don't have any idea if can we even trust this? This is not a test. Sure, but can we even like rely on any of the instructions that we're being given anymore?
Yeah. Like, it's just, this movie could have gone so many other ways, but it was,
And
but
it chose
it's
none of
so,
them. It chose no way. It chose to
but
not go
but
any way.
unfortunately, it was shot on a budget of
A dollar.
Eric Andre's net worth, and
The 7 soft shell tacos from Taco Bell, not his actual network.
oh, really? It was up to 7 now? Oh, my bad. Actually, then never mind. It was shot. It was shot on half. Like, honestly, if you told me that 3 soft shell tacos from Taco Bell is what the budget of this movie was, I'd fucking believe you.
Yeah, it was not great. All right, everyone, that should wrap up our podcast here for this month. Thank you for joining us for our February movies. There were plenty of other movies that came out in February, but we could just not be fucked to go see them. Please, please, please subscribe because it really helps us out here on the channel. And we will see you guys next month for our March movies. But until then, that's a wrap.
Roll credits.